M***KSH is an American television series developed by Larry Delbart, adapted from the 1970 feature film MASH. The series, which was produced in association with 20th Century Fox Television for CBS, follows a team of doctors and support staff stationed at the 4077th Mobile Army Surgical Hospital in Uijeongbu, South Korea during the Korean War. The show's title sequence features an instrumental version of "Suicide is Painless," the theme song from the original film. The show was created after an attempt to film the original book's sequel, M***KSH Goes to Maine, failed. The television series is the most well-known version of the M***KSH works, and one of the highest-rated shows in U.S. television history. The series premiered in the U.S. on September 17, 1972, and ended February 28, 1983, with the finale, Goodbye, Farewell and Amen, becoming the most watched and highest-rated single television episode in U.S. television history at the time, with a record-breaking 125 million viewers, according to the New York Times. It had struggled in its first season and was at risk of being cancelled. Season 2 of M***KSH placed it in a better time slot. The show became one of the top 10 programs of the year and stayed in the top 20 programs for the rest of its run. It is still broadcast in syndication on various television stations. The series, which depicted events occurring during a 3-year military conflict, spanned 256 episodes and lasted 11 seasons. Many of the stories in the early seasons are based on tales told by real MASH surgeons who were interviewed by the production team. Like the movie, the series was as much an allegory about the Vietnam War as it was about the Korean War. The episodes, Abyssinia, Henry, and The Interview, were ranked number 20 and number 80, respectively, on TV Guide's 100 Greatest Episodes of All Time in 1997. In 2002, M***KSH was ranked number 25 on TV Guide's 50 Greatest TV Shows of All Time. In 2013, the Writers Guild of America ranked it as the 5th best-written TV series ever, and TV Guide ranked it as the 8th greatest show of all time. Synopsis: M***KSH aired weekly on CBS, with most episodes being a half-hour in length. The series is usually categorized as a situation comedy, though it is also described as a dark comedy, or a dramedy, because of the dramatic subject material often presented. The show was an ensemble piece revolving around key personnel in a United States Army Mobile Army Surgical Hospital in the Korean War. The 4077th MASH was one of several surgical units in Korea. As the show developed, the writing took on more of a moralistic tone. Richard Hooker, who wrote the book on which the television and film versions were based, noted that Hawkeye's character was far more liberal in the show than on the page. While the show is traditionally viewed as a comedy, many episodes were of a more serious tone, airing on network prime time while the Vietnam War was still going on. The show was forced to walk the fine line of commenting on that war while at the same time not seeming to protest against it. For this reason, the show's discourse, under the cover of comedy, often questioned, mocked, and grappled with America's role in the Cold War. The show's tone could move from silly to sobering from one episode to the next, with dramatic tension often occurring between the civilian draftees of 4077th, Hawkeye, Trapper John, and B.J. Hunnicutt, for example, who are forced to leave their homes to tend the wounded and dying of the war, and the regular Army characters, such as Margaret Houlihan and Colonel Potter, who tend to represent ideas of patriotism and duty. Other characters, such as Carl, Blake, Marge, Winchester, and CPL Klinger, help demonstrate various American civilian attitudes toward Army life, while guest characters played by such actors as Eldon Quick, Herb Valland, Mary Wicks, and Tim O'Connor also help further the show's discussion of America's place as Cold War warmaker and peacemaker.